Hey guys, Risen Chaos Gaming here today, and today guys, I know all of you guys that are watching right now are really trying to get into actually how to make the border and all that and the overlay, so I'm gonna keep this beginning part short. First off, just a brief thing, this is a slightly more minimalistic design. As Twitch has evolved and as streaming has evolved as a whole, the whole thing with streaming is that it used to be you have a header, a webcam, and all this crazy stuff. Now a lot of the time it's mainly a webcam, and essentially it's a very minimal. A lot of people are going for more of a minimal design. Of course, this doesn't have to be you, but this is how I personally also prefer to make my borders and all that. From this video is essentially giving you the basics, so that way you can go and do with the knowledge that I'm giving you as you please. If you want to critique me or just want to ask me some questions, be sure to follow my Twitch channel, Risen Chaos TV, or twitch.tv/Risen Chaos TV. That's all I wanted to say before the video really gets started, so here we go. Okay, so how you're going to want to do this is you're going to want to come over here to create new image and put in 1920 by 1080. The reason why I say 1920 by 1080 and not like 1280 by 720 or something like that is because that way it's a little bit like, let's say even though you're streaming at 720p right now, you can upgrade later to 1080p without your overlay, assuming you're still using this one. You can upgrade without your overlay stuff and kind of starting to pixel. So do that, make sure you mark transparent, so that way you don't block up your whole screen. Like, okay. And then right here, this is your canvas. I like to shrink it down so that way I can see everything that's going on. So there's your canvas. These are your layers, your history, your navigator. These are the tools that you have access to. But does not matter. So first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come over here and use the Marquee Tool. Now that it's pretty simple, do that. Come over here to constraint. Make sure you set it to aspect ratio. Now I'm going to set mine to 1920 by 1080. From there, you just drag until it fits, like that. Now there are two things that you can do from here. You can either come over here to the gradient tools and simply line it up like so. So from here, you just drag over to the other side. And boom, you could make yourself a simple gradient. But if you look, it's really grainy and honestly doesn't look good. So personally, if you're using Pixlr, I would recommend not doing this. I would just say find a nice little color. I'm going to, one tip I'm going to give, if like, let's say you want a dark blue, never drag it all the way over here. It's really, honestly, these are like just way too, it's kind of like an RGB thing where you drag it all the way over here, it becomes really saturated and not good. So I'd recommend using, if you're gonna like, let's say you want that dark blue, I'd recommend dragging it down a bit, finding one that's not so saturated. But we're just gonna do that. Easy, simple. Click the Marquee Tool again, deselect all. Now, you're going to want to come up here to aspect ratio and change it to no restriction this time. That might sound weird, but trust me, that's what you gotta do. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up the Marquee Tool with the corners. So right there. Drag to the other corner. Like so. And just backspace. Now, we have that whole thing now. The whole center's gone. Reality is it'll probably only be this big on your stream. Probably even a bit smaller. As streaming has grown, the demand for like big header borders and all that stuff have really gone down. Honestly, it looks a lot better to just have a simple, clean overlay. Nothing too bulky. The main purpose of a stream, the focus should be on you and your stream. Now that we got that done, we're going to come up here to layer. Open image as layer. For example, we're going to add the $sign. Simple enough, you just free transform. and you want to match it up kind of like this. The only problem is that now you have that kind of looks really refined and kind of grainy. Retransform, drag. Cool. Hold shift, by the way, so that way it keeps its main. Yeah, hold shift so that way it doesn't like contort a lot. Yeah, or else you'll see. You saw what happened. One more time. Open image as layer. Got a star. Now you'll see that this one has a white background. Really easy. Just click it. Backspace. Done. Now, for example, on Twitch, or I'm going to give a Twitch example and a YouTube example. So right here, let's say you wanted to still like show your latest follower. Right here, you got your star. So that could be for Twitch. That could be your new subscriber, a new donation. For the person that would obviously probably be a latest subscriber on YouTube or the latest follower on Twitch or Mixer or whatever. $sign latest donation. You guys get the idea. We are going to use the person and the $sign. Okay, from there, as you guys can see, I kind of did a little bit of editing of the person. From there, you want to come over here to the shapes tool. Now, we're going to set it to the rounded rectangle. Just drag it until you feel like it's a good size. Now, I made the mistake of accidentally putting the border, or I should say this into one layer with the other thing. It's always a bit confusing, I know, but don't worry about it. Set it up like that. I believe that's where we're going to have it. Line it up, drag it just a bit over to there. Now for the $sign, we're going to move that about right here. We're going to duplicate layer, because now we can just do that and we can figure out where to put everything like this. There we go. We have it all set up in the right area. Everything is roughly even. So now you're probably wondering, okay, let's get these colors set up. Okay, so what I did was I went up here to adjustment, brightness and contrast. I just enabled it. I did all that stuff, but it's good right now. I'll show you for this layer 4 what I did. Brightness and contrast. Turn the brightness up till it's white. Easy, simple. Go back to adjustment, hue and saturation, colorize. Boom. Easy. Okay. We got them. We got these two very close to the point where it's unnoticeable. Now what you're going to want to do, just go to layer 2. We're now getting into these. Same thing. Select layer 2. Go to adjustment, brightness and contrast. Turn the brightness up. Go to adjustment again, hue and saturation. Colorize. Now the big thing is just really trying to match these up. But boom. Well, for me, for this color, it set it to about 32. Easy, simple, on to the next thing. So you'll probably notice that everything kind of looks a bit plain right now. And the thing about doing borders is that even though you want it to be simple, you still want eye-catching. That's the big thing. So we'll go to... Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to layer 0, which is our webcam border. We're going to go down to layer styles. Now, here's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go add a drop shadow. Turn the opacity down. It doesn't need to be this hard. No. Turn it down. Increase the distance just a tad. Not too much, just a tad. Maybe not really increase the size, but just enough to make it a bit more blurry. Then we're going to add an outer glow. Outer glows are really fun. I'd recommend having it be a bit of a lighter color, so we're going to set it to white. Right now it's not really noticeable, but on stream it will be a bit more noticeable. Very, very good. We're actually going to disable the drop shadow and just redo that quickly. Again, turn down the opacity. Now you're just going to go and repeat that for all the other layers. I'll be making a few minor adjustments along the way, but we're just repeat that for all the layers. So as you can see, we added the white border with the drop shadow to everything here. This is what I would say is a very simple, basic overlay. I know that in a video I did previously of how to make a free webcam border or overlay like we're doing here, I put the name of somebody right down here. I realize that that's dumb, and here's the reasoning why. People are clicking on your channel. They know it's you. When I say that, I don't mean that as in they'll know your name right away or something like that, but I mean eventually if they decide to follow or enjoy your stuff, they'll be like, oh, who am I actually looking at? They'll see your username. It just adds another layer of distraction from the overlay, in my opinion. So this is a very basic webcam / overlay. Now, here's what you can do. You can either save it as is, throw it on your OBS, whatever, or let's say you want a bit more control. You just come over here, uncheck mark this, and boom, you get rid of that. You just hide that one layer. Click it again, whatever. Now, what I'd recommend doing is uncheck marking this, save it as that, put that back, uncheck mark everything else, obviously, save that, but for all intents and purposes, I'm going to just save it like this. What you're going to do is you want to go to File, Save. Now, before you do anything, make sure you set it to PNG. That is mandatory if you want to use it in OBS or anything like that. So, just save it and boom, it's saved. Also, if you want to use this exact webcam border, I will also be throwing in a download available in my Discord. So if you want this, just go down in the description and join the Discord. Hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I know that it's not the most professional video, but this is really just that way you guys can start off streaming on the right foot with a basic overlay and all that stuff. I do have some more stream tips / design kind of stuff coming out that I'm working on. Hopefully you guys look forward to that. But other than that, guys, if you guys enjoyed, be sure to drop a like. If you didn't, well, honestly, dislike it. Your guys' honest opinions are amazing, and it helps me improve my content. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think overall. And again, if you guys want to talk to me live, I stream almost every Saturday and Sunday over on Twitch. Not to mention, if you guys want to get in contact with me sooner than that, you guys can also go and join the Discord or follow me on Twitter. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed this video. Have an amazing, awesome day. This has been Risen Chaos Gaming, signing out once again. Bye, everybody.